For the record, I don't subscribe to left wing, right wing. I'm just an African who loves chicken wings and can call out bullshit. There are some people who are so hubris, they think that they can socially engineer society. And as Dave Chappelle once said,
if they're black, then it's a gang. If they're Italian, it's a mob. But if they're Jewish, it's a coincidence, and you should never speak about it.
The abuse of language is to force an agenda. For example, a thief, you would never call a thief a non-consumer gift grabber, but this new thing will re-engineer a word and a few words together to justify the cause. What the UN Women's Twitter account actually did on October 8th, 2023, they put up a post saying trans lesbians are lesbians, and instead of speaking about what was going on in Gaza and Palestine, why would they do such a thing? As Netanyahu just said, the people of the light versus the people of the dark.
Our war against Hamas is a test for all of humanity. It is a struggle between the axis of evil of Iran, Hezbollah, and Hamas, and the axis of freedom and progress. We are the people of the light. They are the people of darkness.
Huh? I said, hold up. Wait a minute. Darkness, everybody. Everyone, darkness is spreading.
And light shall triumph over darkness. Citizens of Israel, October 7th was a very dark and black day in our history.
Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no!
It's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good.
Video of the Israeli government holding a private convention here in the United States. One of the people in attendance at this secret meeting was Judith Varnai Shorer. She's a former Israeli consul general who was operating out of Atlanta. She was one of the main people saying that the biggest problem that they had was young black people in the United States. But don't worry, they've got some black leaders on the payroll.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. The problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community. Black is with the young generation of the black community.
This was an Israeli government official who was saying this. Not some low-level operative or some rogue member of their diplomatic corps. This was a senior member of their administrative government who was saying this on American soil. Their biggest problem wasn't Hamas or Hezbollah or the Palestinian Authority or Syria or even Iran. She said that Israel's biggest problem was young black people in the United States.
A fitting narrative for Semitic Palestinians and all those who have of Afro descent or those who have been colonized to see what's going on. Israel's general said, "This is our 9/11.
This is Israel's 9/11.
In the days after the September attacks, there were countless rumors about strange coincidences surrounding the events. One report about a group of Middle Eastern men spotted the morning of September 11th parked just across the river from New York City has not gone away. Investigation of their presence has led to questions about whether Israel was conducting espionage on U.S. soil. We're joined now by ABC's John Miller with an exclusive report this evening.
That's right, Elizabeth. This is a case that took the FBI and the CIA more than 2 months to sort out, while 5 Israelis waited in jail. It began when this woman was watching the Twin Towers burning from her apartment in New Jersey. She noticed 3 men on top of a van, posing for pictures with the towers burning in the background.
And I could see that they were like happy. You know, they didn't look shocked to me. You know, they didn't look shocked. I thought it was very strange.
The witness called police, who stopped the van hours later and arrested 5 men. All 5, it turns out, were Israeli. They were turned over to the FBI. Sources tell ABC News during a check of national security databases, some of the men were listed as having had connections with Israeli intelligence. At the FBI, that set off alarm bells.
Once again, very fitting for Egypt warning Israel days in advance of the attack and degree of Hamas, to the degree Hamas had built a camp and a layout that was similar to, I think, Tel Aviv, if I'm not mistaken, and video footage as early as September 2022 showing that.
Well, young people are waking up to the fact that their government kills people in nonstop foreign wars. And guess what? They hate it.
Wow.
This is a story that really has me feeling optimistic about the future because of this video. These videos we're about to show you that went viral, where young people are like, wait a minute, I'm an unwilling participant in foreign wars. This makes me unsafe. I don't want this.
Any kind of resistance is branded as terrorist because the only acceptable violence is violence by the occupier. So please keep that in mind when reading the letter.
This morning I read Letter to America, which is Osama bin Laden's letter to America.
إخواننا في فلسطين نقول لهم
I read Letter to America, which is Osama bin Laden's letter to America.
Stop what you're doing and go read a letter to me. It is literally
Okay, so if you don't know what the fuck is going on in the world right now, I'm here to explain to you. Y'all, I'm shaking because I don't know what to do. Like, oh my God. Okay, so Osama bin Laden came out with a letter to America, and this is just him answering the first question. This is just the first question. This is all information that I gathered from the first question. He asked 2 questions, he answered 1. Hold on. So he says, because you attack us and continue to attack us, you attacked us in Palestine. It brings us both laughter and tears that you're yet tired of repeating your fabricated lies. Mind you, he's talking to America. America as a whole, okay? Attacked us on a daily basis Over 30 million civilians have died. Not army people, regular civilians, your mama, your daddy, your grandma, the kids, dead. You still are wealth in oil, I don't know this word, but because of your international influence, you sound entitled, America. The theft is indeed the biggest theft ever witnessed by mankind in history of the world. Starve the Muslims of Iraq. Children die every day. More than 1.5 million Iraqi children have died as a result of your sanctions and did not show no concern. Yet, when 3,000 of your people die, the entire world rises and has yet to sit down. He's talking about 9/11. 3,000 people died in 9/11. Yet every year, it's like, oh my God. But yet people, millions of people are dying and, oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. He says, you have supported the Jews and their idea that Jerusalem is their eternal capital and agreed to move their embassy there. Listen, y'all, with Americans' protection, the Jews are planning to destroy, I don't know what this is. I'll put it right here. More than half a century of attacks. And did y'all know that the tax dollars are given to Israel to help them kill all the people in Palestine? I don't know what to do with this information. Like, I'm going crazy. Because it's like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not going to lie. I was little as fuck when 9/11 happened.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's in a bathroom. I love that she was in a bathroom, by the way. And then somebody walks in.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Hey, look. Yeah, forget the jargon and all that. But like the fact that she's reading and trying to understand.
She's
like, I don't know all the answers.
In her flowered notebook, you know.
She's like, I'm just learning about this. Wait a second, is this true? Let me do more research on it. Is this true? Are people dying on a regular basis at the hands of U.S. occupation in different countries in the Middle East and Africa? Like, it's a great question. Good for young people for actually starting to investigate it here. Maybe these young people can join us in this peace movement because there is a lack of a peace movement in the United States. And it'd be great to see people like that rising up. And instead of voting for people like Joe Biden.
It's about time we stop, those of us who support, as most of us do, Israel in this body, for apologizing for our support for Israel. There's no apology to be made. None. It is the best $3 billion investment we make. Were there not an Israel, the United States of America would have to invent an Israel to protect her interest in the region.
Surely, Your Majesty, you're not telling me that the Jewish lobby in the United States pulls the strings of the presidency?
Not entirely, but I think even a little too much, even for Israel interests.
You think the Jewish lobby in the United States is too powerful for the interests of Israel?
I think so. Sometimes they are disserving the interests of Israel because they're pushing around too many people.
How do you mean pushing around?
Well, pressuring. They have many means at their disposal. They are putting up pressure on many, many people. And at the end, I don't think that it will even help Israel.
Why, if this is true, why would the President of the United States pay attention to that lobby?
They are strong.
Strong in what sense?
They are controlling many things.
Controlling what?
Newspapers, medias,
Your Majesty.
Banks, finances, and I'm going to stop there.
Well, now wait just a second. You really do believe that the Jewish community in the United States is that powerful? They make the media reflect their view of foreign policy?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They do not report, we do not report honestly?
I love how he corrects here.
Don't mix things, please. I don't say the media. I say in the media they have people. Not the entire media. Some newspapers will only reflect their views, yes.
No?
This next part's important.
The New York Times, for instance, is owned by the Salzburger family, who are Jewish. Are you suggesting that the New York Times is biased in its treatment of the question of Zionism, Israel's existence, the United States' relationship with the Arab world?
I will have to put all the articles of the New York Times written on this subject and draw the conclusion. You can put this to the computer and it will answer you.
What you're saying is that, yes, you do believe.
Well, let's wait for the answer of the computer.
Washington Post?
The same.
The networks?
Less.
Hey guys, if you want to watch more clips, click here.
And if you want to watch the full podcast, click right here.